Imagine securing your sanctuary, surviving the initial apocalypse, and finally having a moment to breathe, only to realize the system's endgame is just beginning, and the true architects of the apocalypse are coming to collect. You have to evolve your base, upgrade your class, and make a promise to humanity that you will be the one to break the system's cycle. Welcome to A Future Promise, the third explosive installment in Michael Chatfield's action-packed Restarting the Apocalypse series. If you love system apocalypse fiction, deeply crunchy LitRPG base building, and the sheer unadulterated dopamine hit of watching a protagonist evolve from a local survivor to a global power, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in progression fantasy, blending tactical faction warfare, mind-bending system mechanics, and the awe-inspiring thrill of defying the end of the world. The narrative kicks off with the protagonist having successfully established a foothold and secured their sanctuary, only to realize that the ruin is merely the vanguard of a much larger systemic apocalypse. The atmosphere shifts from localized survival to high-stakes faction-level warfare and global expansion. Chatfield excels at scaling the threat level, making every new territory, every high-tier dungeon break, and every rival faction encounter feel like a massive, deadly puzzle. The transition into the third book isn't just about surviving the day, it's about securing humanity's tomorrow, turning every upgraded wall and every unlocked skill tree into a high-stakes gamble against an unstoppable system-governed world. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is its brilliantly logical, deeply crunchy progression system and the spectacular faction expansion trope. This isn't just about killing monsters and leveling up, it's about reverse engineering the system's apocalypse mechanics on a macro scale, optimizing the sanctuary's defensive grids, and unlocking hidden, reality-bending class evolutions. Watching the protagonist min-max their skills, craft overpowered magical artillery, and completely shock the arrogant, high-tier apocalypse elites who thought they were the apex predators is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a massive system notification to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the fortifications, the soul of Restarting the Apocalypse lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't just a lone wolf, they are the anchor for a beautifully dysfunctional, fiercely loyal found family of survivors who are looking to them for hope. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as the crew watches their leader casually break the laws of physics to keep the monsters out. The emotional anchor of this book is the promise itself, the fierce, unbreakable drive to ensure that the people they love actually get to live in the world they are fighting to save, rather than just surviving in its ruins. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. The forces of the higher-tier apocalypse launch a massive, coordinated assault on the sanctuary, forcing the protagonist to push their unique abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical system exploit to rewrite the local reality and turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a massive power-up. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the apocalypse isn't the end, it's just the beginning of their empire. A Future Promise is a triumph of the system apocalypse and lit RPG genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Michael Chatfield has crafted a milestone book that perfectly captures the thrill of turning the end of the world into a foundation for a new one. Plug in your headphones, check your system interface, and join the resistance. The world was supposed to end, but they're about to rewrite the future.